Good evening, and welcome back to the Strangelands server. I'm Moby Operandus. On today's episode, we're going to do what I wanted to do last episode, which was create an automated sugarcane farm, and then we'll have one other project, hopefully, to get done here. So let's get going. Alright, so as I mentioned, last episode we were trying to build an automatic sugarcane farm. That was the plan anyways, and I got big sidetracked by the nether and some zombie pigmen. Which I'm kind of embarrassed about because I really realized after the whole episode there, after angering them a second time even, I have a nice diamond sword here. I could just kill them all. And that's what I've been doing lately, if they decide to mess with me, for accidental reasons, of course. But so far there hasn't been many incidents beyond that, but I just fought through them last time this happened to me, and I was just fine. I did take a little bit of damage. I lost my helmet, of course, but I got my my pilot hat back, so that's pretty great. Anyways, today we're going to build a automated sugarcane farm to start with here, and I am not a redstone engineer by any stretch here. I got everything I need on me already. I don't have a lot of expertise in like designing things, but I can follow instructions pretty easily enough. So I'm going to build a timer on this thing to make it automatic, which is the big plan. It's the big selling point of the thing. So what we're going to do is lay down a spot for all the sugarcane to go. And then we need to put water around it. So let's grab out some of this polished andesite is what I'm using for the base blocks here. And we can make this look nicer down the road here. I just want to get it built today. And I will put a link to the tutorial I've watched. I mean, I usually learn these redstone things best by watching videos. And I will put the link to the one I watched so he gets credit for designing it. I don't know if it was his design or not even, but I believe it was. So he'll get credit for that then at least. Because I am not good at designing things, but I can follow instructions. I understand redstone. I just my brain doesn't work like that. I guess I can't like see. I can put the pieces together, and there's certain things like I don't know about. Like I think that like a lot of redstone engineering is just learning all of the pieces that can be built and then putting them all together. And you can't do very good engineering until you know about all of the different things. And for my case, I didn't even know about etho timers till like dangerously recently because I've been playing modded Minecraft for the past year and a half or so, and so that makes you very lazy as far as actually learning how to do redstone. You find other mods and that kind of thing that can do this stuff for you. All right, so now we have all of our platform laid out for our redstone, so we can start building by laying out a hopper. And we'll start our beginnings of an etho timer here. I'm not gonna fully build it yet though. So this is kind of what I mean about you know, not being a redstone engineer. I mean, I could never come up with something like this. I can follow somebody else's ideas, no problem, but as far as like taking a look at a thing, putting all the pieces together here, and coming up with, you know, like an etho timer or something like that, something iconic like that, and something like so versatile like that, I could not do it. I can do some simple machines though. I do understand how the redstone works and all that, but actually coming up with the ideas, that's a non-starter for me. I'm just no good at it. So this is pretty much the basis of an etho timer here. We just gotta lay some pistons down, and it'll push a redstone block back and forth as these hoppers flow into each other. That's it. That's all there is to it. Ours is gonna be using this hopper at a pretty long interval so that we can give it a lot of time for the sugarcane to grow here. We gotta make sure these are flying back into each other though, not just sitting around. There, now when we throw something in there, it's perfect. It's all working here. Perfect. Okay, so now that's really annoying though. Let's make that stop. Like, okay, there we go. And so we'll make it a much longer interval than that. And then as they flow into each other, we'll be hopefully giving enough time for the sugarcane to actually grow here. So I'm gonna do quite a bit in there. So we have a nice long interval between. There we go. Between when this hopper goes, so that it has a nice long time for the sugarcane to grow here. So let's put the sugarcane down next, I guess. And then we'll worry about timing here. So this is gonna be, well, how much was that? I did 12, perfect. Okay, 12 is a good number. So basically this will send out a signal. As this fills up, it'll send out a signal into some redstone from this comparator into here. So as this hopper right here fills up, it'll get a stronger and stronger signal. And we have to figure out how much we want to put in there. I think what I ended up with was 64 and 264 stacks and 10 was the signal I ended up with for this length of a sugarcane here. I think that's what works. So let's just test this. I'm gonna take out the other hopper here. We'll throw in 264s and 10. and we'll see where the signal's at for that. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's just barely on. And now it's off. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so this is where it'll turn off then. Right here. This is where it's going to turn off. So basically, we'll put this into another block here, and this is actually going to be one longer than I want it to be. We might have to shorten our interval a little bit then. Actually, we could just make one block longer too. It doesn't really matter that much. Actually, a couple blocks longer. So basically, this will turn off as soon as everything has been shifted over to this hopper. This redstone, this inverter, basically, it will turn off, and then put that into some redstone here. And this redstone will actually be going into. Oh man, I could make this a few longer actually. Now I'm thinking about it. If we're gonna have it be this long, so we can actually put some more sand in here and do some more sugarcane too. Let's just make it a little bit longer, because I have more slime blocks now. I can actually make it a little bit longer than it was. So now this will go into here, and then it goes into this block here, which goes into here, and then onto there. This is where we put the actual piston. So the piston will go right here. Oops, not like that. That's not right. It's broke itself. Like this. There. So that'll be out. Well, it should be off now. Why aren't you off? Oh, because it's full. So normally this is going to be empty. So we'll take out one out of here just to demonstrate here. So when it's at 9, the piston will be off. And as soon as it pops to 10, it'll turn on, which is exactly what we want, because then it's a nice interval that it does. It's just like it'll just pulse for a second. It'll pulse a whole thing here. That's what the slime blocks are for. And actually, did I make this too close? I did, didn't I? I made it too close. So the redstone's actually got to be back one from this, because we need to have room for the slime block. So I can either move these sugarcane forward one or move all my redstone forward one. I guess what I'll do is just take the sugarcane out, and you know, we can actually switch where the water in the sugarcane is if we want. That might work. So we'll fix this quick here, and then I'll be right back. All right, now we're good. I got the water move forward one, the sugarcane stayed move forward one as well, and then I put another line of just empty blocks here. So now we can put in our slime blocks, and this piston should push this entire row out when it fills up, and that'll break all the sugarcane at once. There we go. And let's just do a little test here. All we need to do is throw another item into the hopper here, and it should push it out. Any kind of item will do. No, maybe not. All right, so it does work now. It took a little tweaking. I think I shortened it up a little bit because I still had too many slime blocks there, I think, to make it run properly. But now that happened, it looks like it's going good. So we can let this thing go, let the sugarcane grow on it, and we might want more of this. So we could actually do a second tier of this, just making another level of this and make a gigantic sugarcane structure even, and do it vertically. That'd be kind of cool. I made it a little bit too long, as you can see, so we'll shorten this up and make it pretty here down the road. But for now, this should be good for all our sugarcane needs. So let's let it be for a little while and see how much we can get. Now, the one thing you're noticing is that there is a problem of it shooting the sugarcane out into the ocean here, because there's no backstop for it yet. Once we put a glass wall here, it should, or any kind of wall here, really doesn't look glass, but I think glass will look nice. We'll put a glass wall up here, and that'll stop it from shooting off into space. So it flipped over once, now it flipped over, so this is going to have plenty of time to grow here. Let's see if it actually gets any sugarcane, if it's not a long enough interval. It might not even be enough. Worst case scenario, you can actually make this thing manual if the automatic is not working for us. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so the sugarcane didn't actually grow that time. But the problem is we can't make the interval longer without making the whole thing longer. Because the interval is based on how far this goes. So as you can see, the signal's going to go all the way down to 0 and then go back all the way up to this. So it might not be long enough, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed by the speed of the sugarcane growth here. It's not growing as fast as I'd like it to. Maybe it's because I'm watching it. You know, watch sugarcane doesn't grow that fast. Is that the saying? Watch sugarcane never grows? So let's beautify this thing a little bit here before we move on from it and get it looking nice. All right, so there is my completed sugarcane farm. I did a second story, as you can see, so a second set of sugarcanes up there because the production was a little bit slow on just the bottom half. I may be lucky to get 1 or 2 per pulse right now, but it's automatic, so I'll get as many as it can possibly do, as long as I'm hanging out over here. If I'm not, then it won't be loaded, obviously. The same timer works for both of them, so they both fire whenever it goes. It's not going to fire for me right now because that'd be too convenient. I have this back open for the moment just so I can get back here when I need to. If there's anything wrong or I need to change anything, hopefully I don't need to because I got the whole structure built now. And yeah, not much needs to change, hopefully. Is it going up or going down right now? Let's see. It looks like it's going up. Okay, so it should pulse in just one moment here. But as you can see, as I mentioned, none of the sugarcane has really grown yet. It's not super efficient, but it's, like I said, automatic. So pretty cool. I might even switch this over to manual down the road. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's easy enough to take the timer off and just put a button someplace to pulse it when I needed to. But yeah, I think it's a cool little office for my sugarcane farm. I got the redstone axis in here, and then the all the output is right here. So 29 in the you know, hour or so since I started building this thing. Maybe not an hour, but less than that, probably like half an hour maybe, to build the building around it. So 29 per hour, not too bad. 29 per half hour, not too bad. Let's go to sleep. There's one more thing I want to build today, unrelated to my shop here. It's something for spawn, actually. So let's go take a nap, and then we'll head back over there. All right, so I'm back in Oddport now, having just finished our little project we had back at home, and I had an idea of something to build at spawn here. We have some new people joining the servers shortly, and you know, in the future when new people join and that kind of thing, I think it would be nice to set up a little soup kitchen here that would also serve as kind of a homeless shelter where people could grab a bed at Oddport here until they set up their own lodgings. So I decided to put it right next to the riffraff office because it just kind of made sense to me to put it down here. This is kind of the district for free stuff. So I mean, we have the riffraff office, which also offers food. I mean, so the soup kitchen is not necessarily a necessity, but you know, I mean, I think it'd be a nice idea. And we have the auto armorer over here for people. Very cool. So I think this would be a really good spot for this little soup kitchen with a couple beds in it for people to use for free, and you know, a couple of things of soup. So they can grab it on the go and fill themselves up and then continue on their way. So I'm going to build it right here. It's going to be a very small structure, as you can see. I kind of laid out the principal idea for it. It might change the dimensions of it down the road here, but I think I will just get building on that. And I'll be right back. right, so there's the completed soup kitchen and shelter. Inside here you'll find some beds, warm beds for newcomers to sleep in or for their first couple nights or whatever they need to get going here. And then some sheds to store their belongings if they need to. We have some other space over here. We got an ender chest over here for anybody to use. They can start going with that. Furnaces if they need to cook anything, crafting table of course, and this will be cleared out eventually so they have extra storage in there for things. And then I have a donation bin set up for anybody who wants to contribute to the cause here to leave bone meal or wood or mushrooms or anything like that. We have the free stew right here, so you can take as much as you need. Not much has been done so far because I'm still growing more mushrooms at the moment. And then the bowl return. So after you finish your soup, drop your bowl off there. And then down here, I have a mushroom grow area. It should be safe. It's dark, but it's half slabs here, so there shouldn't be anything spawning down here. And then we should be able to bone meal this mushroom, and I think there's enough space for it to grow down here. It is about like 7 or 8 high, and it has about 7 or 8 of space here. We can always widen this room if needed be, but I'm out of bone meal for the moment, so I will work on that later. I think that's going to do it for this episode of Strangelands. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like my new shelter here. I hope you enjoyed my sugarcane farm as well. If you did, please let me know via likes or comments, and I'll see you back next time for more. Have a good night.